Get rich fast with csgofast.com.
IEM Oakland has started with a group stage, and Group A is here on day one, and Liquid already have one win behind them against Navi. But of course, I want to start with your tenure in Immortals, like the past couple of months and the ending. Basically, why do you think it failed?
Well, that goes in a lot of factors. I wouldn't say it was a complete failure. There was a lot of progress that was done there. The guys have amazing talent over there. They're cool guys overall. I just think that they needed a different direction. Right now at least they feel that way. And I mean, I'm not on bad terms with them, so it's okay.
Okay, then. Now, I talked to Zach at IEM Power Masters and talked to them about the change as well and why they decided to go with Steel instead of you. And he said that you might have used the players in a wrong way, that you maybe took it too much from SK and tried to transfer that over Immortals. So would you agree with that?
In part, like I said, the play style takes a lot of time to adapt to, and the players have to have kind of a personality for it, where a lot of this play style is individual decisions right there in the moment, and the players have to not know what they're doing, but they have to figure out a lot of things on the fly. And I don't think they adapted to it very well, or they wanted to adapt to it. They wanted to mix in a few different things, so I think that could be it.
All right, then. Now, you were criticized a lot for your individual form and kind of the performances that you had in the team. Did you ever feel like you were holding the team back in that sense?
I wouldn't say so, because I'm not going to lie, I don't think my performance was up to par, but like I had told the Immortals guy, I'd need at least 6 months to be able to make a comeback or something like that. And if you take out E-League and Brazil, which were horrible results in my opinion, we actually had a pretty good season overall. We finished second in Pro League overall on top of SK, which in itself is already a feat. We were able to win Northern Ireland, the IEM Power online invite. We qualified for our star ladder, but weren't able to go. We qualified for ECS and everything like that. So we had a pretty good campaign, so I wouldn't call it a failure in any way.
Okay, then now back to coaching, over to Liquid. Talk to me about the process of who asked you and how long did it take for you to decide?
Well, after the Immortals thing, I decided that I wanted to go back to coaching. Ferd told me something before in SK, which is you can't put your head on the pillow to go to bed if you don't try. So I tried it. I had a few other offers, but I wanted to play for a Brazilian squad, so that was that. For coaching, on the other hand, I'm way more open. This is something I'm very already experienced in. I don't need to adapt to, and there are a lot of different teams that I could help. And it wasn't an overnight decision. I took a few days, a few steps back to analyze everything, think my options through, and what I actually wanted to do from now on. And this is what I decided. And Liquid is where I ended up, because I feel they are a very good team individually and a very good organization.
What do you think you're going to be able to help out Liquid with? Do you think it's going to be more towards leadership? Do you think it's going to be the individual players? Basically, what do you see as the biggest issues in the team, really?
I think I can help Liquid with whatever they need on the moment. I'm going to have to adapt. Right now, in the beginning, it's a bit more of a leadership and just overall preparing against other teams, because we don't have that much time. After the break, after Oakland, we're going to be able to actually sit down and work a lot more on the play style, how the players want to fit in with all of this, make the changes, and just overall start analyzing a lot more detailed into these situations. But Liquid is a team that they have a pretty good base players. They're already they have that team play amongst themselves. They play with them amongst themselves a lot, so it shouldn't be that crazy. What I have to do is just whatever is needed there for a tournament, I'll do.
All right. Now, I know that in SK you were looking at special stuff a lot. You were trying to figure out new things for the team to do. Do you think that's going to be differ in Liquid? Do you think you're going to be more of the classical coach that's actually going to have a lot of input into strategy and on the fly adjustments and stuff like that?
Well, I think I'm going to follow the SK path, which is helping out with that in-game strategy and preparation and how we like to play. But the creating of new stuff is just something I've always liked to do. So I will keep that up always. It's just I already have a few things that I want to try out, but don't know if maybe this is the tournament for it or not. But I'm sure I'll find a way to bring new things for sure.
All right, then. Now over to Oakland itself. Already beat Navi, as I said at the start. Outside of Navi, who are obviously one of the top teams in the world, who do you see as like the biggest threat in the group?
In the group, every team is dangerous. This is such a stacked event in terms of just the quality of the teams and the different play styles of everyone. I mean, in our group, we have Tyloo, we have Immortals, we have Navi, we have G2. We have so many different, like, just completely different teams, and so it's not hard to prepare for. It's very hard to prepare for an event like this. So I think everyone can put up a fight. I mean, I just got word that Tyloo were really good with Immortals right now. I mean, Navi, I just think they had a very bad ban process with us. They let maps go through that they shouldn't have. And, I mean, right now I think Astralis is going to be our biggest challenge because they are our next opponent.
All right, then. What about in terms of playstyle? Like you said, it's a lot of different teams, a lot of different playstyles. Do you think there's someone who Liquid prefers to play or a certain playstyle that Liquid prefers to play?
I don't think I've had that much time to actually try out Liquid and playing against these teams, but from my overall knowledge, I think they like to play teams that are a lot more structured. The unpredictable part is the unpredictable style of teams like Tyloo and Immortals. It's not just Liquid, it catches everyone off guard. On a bad day, it can completely fail. On a good day, it can completely surprise you. Structured teams, you know what to expect. So even on a bad day, rounds are going to get traded, things are going to work like that.
Okay, then. Now, what do you think are the goals of this team here? Obviously, you're kind of a new addition to the team, so it's kind of hard to tell from your point of view.
Well, the goals of the team for sure here in Oakland, this is an event that's very close to home to Liquid. It's close to the heart, so they want to win it. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. My personal goals with this would be just to play in front of this amazing arena and crowd. That getting out of group stage is the main objective right now, and at least the semifinals I'd be happy with. Of course, I'd love to win this, but if we get to the semifinals, I feel like it will be a good result for where the team is at right now.
All right, then. Thank you very much. I think we're going to come back with more interviews from Group A, since that's the group that's going to be played today, the entire group. So, yeah, stay tuned to hltv.org.